This video is going to be an overview of the AGT Industrial WH12R Mini Excavator. So this is a 2024 model, and if we were to, I guess, categorize this thing, it would be a 1-ton machine is what they reference it as. It's a little bit less than 1 ton in actual weight, but this is going to be just some of the specs on it. And at the end, I may leave my thoughts, but I've got 10 hours on this machine. Most of it just doing, YouTube videos. You've probably seen some of the videos. If you hadn't, go check those out. But let's go over some of the specs of this thing. So I'm going to zoom in on the tag. So as far as the load, 845 kilograms. Again, it's a 2024 model. I can assume that they're referring to the weight of machine. So it's right there neck and neck with the LRT23. So this is a tracked version. It has 7-inch tracks on it. The dozer blade is right about 36 inches. I think it's a 1/4 inch, maybe shy of 36 inches. The actual tracks, left to right, outside of that track to the outside of this one, we're talking just over 36 inches in width. Now, total reach with this machine, I don't have it extended, but if we were to extend this boom and the bucket, total reach, and that would be from the pivot pin where you're kind of like in front of where your feet are to the end of the teeth, 102 inches. This did not come with a hydraulic thumb. I put that on there. I do like it though. That's a good hydraulic thumb. As far as the bucket that comes with this thing, this bucket from the edge of the left tooth to the edge of the right side tooth, 17 inches. If we were to just look at the bucket, from this edge of the bucket to that edge of the bucket, not including the teeth, 16-inch bucket. All right, so hydraulic cylinder on the top, hydraulic cylinder on the top. This one's on the bottom. However, I've ran this thing through numerous tests, even with the hydraulic thumb. I've never struck that with anything. It's never gotten away. It does come with a little light. One single light. I've never used it. I mean, I turned it on. It works. Standard controls. This is probably one of the more basic models you can get. There's the control pattern, if you can see that. I did end up switching the controls over to where this forward and back is controlling the boom. It just feels more natural that way to me. These two sticks right here, forward and back, do the drive motors, your tracks, left track, right track. Center lever, that's for that dozer blade, and this one controls the hydraulic thumb. They're all right there in front of you. Hydraulic fill, the hydraulic tank actually occupies this space right in here. There's the hydraulic gauge. Plenty of venting holes. That's the battery cutoff. And by the way, if you leave that on, the hour counter will continue counting. This would be an access port right here. 10mm bolts, open that up. And you can get access to the engine to check the oil. You could probably change the oil just by removing that. Now, if you need to do work on the hydraulic system, you probably need to move that whole back panel. Okay, so the best access actually is just underneath the seat. So flip that seat up, and again, there's your hydraulic tank. Single pump right there on the hydraulics. This is your fuel tank, gravity fed. It's right there on the top. So you don't have to worry about fuel pumps or anything like that. It's gravity fed. It's always going to go into that engine. And speaking of the engine, what we've got here is a 420cc, equivalent to a 15 horsepower. This is the R420 Rado. There's a couple of add-ons that I put on here. One of them is this fan. I probably should have chose black, but I got red. I got red so it would show up good in the video, but hindsight, I guess I probably should have got black. But anyway, we got a fan, and the way I've got it wired up is whenever the switch is turned on, kind of like my LRT23, it just automatically comes on. There's no thought process behind it. It's just on whenever you're running the machine. The other add-on is, well, the hydraulic thumb. That's another add-on. But this guy right here, it's the bidirectional hydraulic flow restrictor valve. It is only on the boom cylinder. Everything else, smooth as silk. Boom was a little bit jerky, so found that part, did some research, found that part, and it did. It was a game changer for this machine. All right. plastic canopy top, kind of help keep you out of the weather. As far as the tracks go, I think I covered they're 7 inches wide rubber track, but the track adjustment is the mechanical style track adjustment, which I like. I like it way better than the grease style. Grease style is just so messy. And just a couple last things before I sign off. I don't have this access opened, but if I were to open this access where your feet go, the battery occupies this space right here. Turntable motor is just right under here. But interestingly enough, on this right side, this is a completely void area. I mean, there is nothing right here. And in fact, I've seen other models where this is where they choose to put the hydraulic tank. But right here, just an empty cavity. I thought about putting some weights in there just to add a little bit of weight to machine, but I've never done that. But interestingly enough, there's not a lot of these out there. I mean, there's a lot of Chinese excavators out there, but I don't see a lot of these. But this would be equivalent to the H12, H12R, QH12, and so on. Anything 12 series, very, very similar. The differences I have discovered primarily in the basic version that has this control system is where the hydraulic tank's located. And they may change where the battery cutoff is or something like that. I think the QH12 has a cup holder right here. Or maybe it's right here. And the hydraulic tank is over there. But otherwise, for all intents and purposes, I believe they're pretty much the same machine. But it's been a good machine. It digs like a champion. Travel speed, unbearably slow. When I take this machine from right here to the edge of those woods out there, which is about 230 yards. I think we measured that one time with a rangefinder because we were doing some shooting, dialing some rifles in, but I think that's about 230 yards. It'll drive you crazy how slow this thing goes, but digs great. All right, guys, but that's going to do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, found it interesting, maybe learned something. As always, thanks for watching.